Now you build on top of this thing, right? Like you're building this disbelief and whatever, right? So this is what I do now, because I envision these roads in my head. And I put up a roadblock and I say, stop. And I literally put out my hand. Okay. I like to use my left hand, and I'm going to give you what I say to myself. Okay. Put out my hand and I say, stop. I start with my pinky finger, and I look at my pinky finger and I say, okay, what small thing can I be grateful for right now in this moment? How can I change? What small thing can I be grateful for right now? Okay. I think of that. I go to my ring finger. There's a reason why they say you put your ring on this finger, is because it goes to your heart. So I immediately go, I'm loved. I'm okay. I'm here. Right. My middle finger is typically the longest finger, right, on people's hands. And I just think, okay, God, like he's up high. He's my Lord and Savior. He's got this, right? So I'm good. I go to my pointer finger, and this is where the shift. Where do I want this thought to go? Right? Where do I want this thought to go? What do I want to happen with this process that I'm doing right now? And what is the choice I can make to change this? And then go to my thumb, and I literally give myself a thumbs up, and I tell myself it's okay. Like it's okay. And I do this a lot. You guys, you probably now are like, wow, she's certifiable. But you guys, seriously, at least I got some laughs. But for real, it's a mental process and a game. We have the simplest stinking system here. We have the most amazing corporate staff. We have the most beautiful branding that's coming, and tools at our disposal. We're going global, our corporate, like all of the things. But if you don't have this right and your belief, none of that is going to matter. That's why we talk about it all the time. And I'm going to leave you with one last thing is, these calls are great. This is so great to get fired up. But if you're also not taking action after these calls and actually going and doing the dang things, this is what it's like. It's like you getting on your running shoes, your workout gear, putting on that sports bra, like getting your playlist ready, doing all the things, and you never actually go work out and still expect changes to happen. It doesn't work that way, friends. It doesn't work that way. Lord knows, I wish it did, because I get up in the morning and it is cold here in Minnesota, and I would much rather like to just put on my workout gear and lay back in bed and be like, did it, did it, nailed it, right? But it doesn't work that way. So take the action, know you're worth it, and you are literally in the best stinking place, hands down, no flipping questions about it. So don't question that at all. Where you're doing, what's happening. We've got it. We've got it. So stop holding yourself back. Change that flipping story. Maybe you didn't get to where you wanted to be last month. Who cares? Today's a new dang day. And guess what? We all woke up with a big stinking goose egg in our back office, because we all start over every single month. So that's what I got.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Somebody put in the thing, I hope this is being recorded. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wasn't recording it. I did get half of that. I missed Jerry, and now I'm just totally wanting to beat myself up. On my Zoom link, it records automatically as soon as I turn it on because of that. And then it records onto my computer. And for whatever reason, I did not press the record button. So thanks for somebody reminding me. And then Jill's telling me, Hillary commented that, or somebody messaged you. Yeah. Why didn't you tell me?
Because I just got it, because I was paying attention.
Gosh, dog it. So Jill just tells me, oh yeah, Hillary said at 8:05. I'm like, well, it's 8:29. So again, I messed up and didn't record the whole thing, but we will get part of that and the rest of this. So again, I apologize. Ricky's saying spank me. So I'm going to go over to Kelly. I don't know if Kelly and Gavin are going on together. I see they're on two different computers, so not sure what's going to happen there. But
yeah, we're here. Hey, we're in the same house, just different rooms.
Awesome. So you go, Kelly, and I don't know if Gavin had anything he wanted to share too, but over to you, my friend. Again,
Yeah.
another rock star, ranking up, just hit diamond. Kels has been around for a long time, watching everything, but just said, you know what, I'm going to go out and do this no matter what. And got started in the business. She's known about this since we got started, but got started not too long ago and just hit the rank of diamonds. So over to you, Kelly.
Yeah, and I really want to come from a super authentic place, and I'm going to be totally honest with you guys about what's going on in my life because I think that you'll get a lot of value out of it. So, I think as a lot of you know, COVID was a very challenging time. So when Hillary was talking about closing her business, that's something that I can totally relate to and speak to. So I have owned a traditional business for the past 8 years of my life. So I started something from literally nothing and built it into this big, beautiful empire. To me, when I thought about making money and working and serving my purpose, I was coming from a place of I have to work really, really hard, and it has to be something that I created for me to find value in it. That's just kind of the way that I thought about it. So when I came into this business, I was in a place where this was being affected, and I was kind of coming into this. I mean, I started back in March, where I didn't have a lot of expectation in the beginning. I was like, I'll get into it, I'll share it, I'll see what happens, this, that, and the other. So long story short, my business absolutely tanked. I'm in the process of closing all of that, trying to stay super positive, and really finding out who I am through this process. So I'm going to try really hard not to get emotional, but for many years, I was the person that a lot of people wanted me to be. And I knew that I really loved working with people, and I loved making people feel beautiful, and I loved the whole aspect of the wedding day. So when I got involved in this, Gavin kept asking me, like, well, Kelly, what did you love so much about your other business? What was it? And the thing that kept coming back was the creativity and just really the ability to make an impact on a lot of people's lives and to make them feel amazing in a totally different way. So it took me a while to like really make the decision in my mind that this is something that I was going to do and to channel my energy appropriately. But I will tell you, like, what has saved me throughout all of this. And guys, it's been hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, it's been really hard. Like, closing something that I loved for 8 years of my life. But what has really saved me here is the culture and the people. And the people on my team that are just so amazing and want this so bad. It's giving me fire again. It's reminding me what it feels like to like jump in and to want it so bad. And yeah, through all of this and through working with everyone, like even people that aren't on my team, whenever I reach out to them and I'm like, hey, do you want to do a video? Hey, how did you do that TikTok, Gabrielle? But everybody's just so incredibly awesome. And had I not had this opportunity, I'm just going to be totally honest with you guys. I don't know where I would be if I didn't have this opportunity. If I didn't have these products, I would be in such a place of just being so lost. And I come to you with this, you guys, there are so many people out there that are just like me, that have been so affected by what is going on in the world, that are hoping and praying for something like this. And I thank God every day that Gavin brought this into my life. I thank God every day that Gavin and I reconnected during quarantine, the beginning of the end of my old life. Had that not have happened, I really don't know where I would be. So I just want to say what we have here, the people, the leadership, everybody really genuinely cares about you, wants to see you succeed. And I'm so grateful from the bottom of my heart. It is the best decision that I ever could have made. And my hope is to continue to make serious impact to help as many people as I can to get to where they want to be and to just help people feel better, because it hurts. It hurts. I have a lot of small business owner friends that have lost their businesses, and they're like, this is all I've ever known. What do I do now? And to be able to say, I have a solution, that is really, truly beautiful. So I hope that you guys got value out of that. And again, I just am so, so, so grateful to be here with you guys and to be sharing my story. And I'm so grateful for my team trusting in me as their leader, letting me learn along the way, but knowing that I have a good heart and that I'm in it for them and that we're going to take it to the moon. So thank you guys very much.
That good stuff or what? Gavin, do you have anything to share over there? I don't know what you're going to say now. No, I'm joking.
You know, I literally just had some tears running down my own face. It's hard to even find words, honestly, after listening to all three of them. Kelly, can you turn it down in there? I can hear myself talking. You know, it's just incredible, you know, just to kind of touch on Kelly, you know, us reconnecting. A lot of y'all have kind of been a part of my journey since the beginning, and I've gone through a couple relationships and a couple bad decisions, and, you know, lost an entire team and had people quit and had people start and go a little bit and quit and had people, you know, soar with me. And Kelly came into my life at a time when, despite having money and despite the lifestyle and the freedom and what meets the eye, I was broken. I was hurt. And it's hard not to even cry, because when something's real, I think you feel it. Like, you can't really hold back tears from coming when they need to come. I don't cry a lot, but when it's really on my heart, it just happens. But she really came back into my life at a time when I was hurt. I was lost, even after having a big team. And now she's coming here. Now I can't cry. Let's go. Here we go. So it's hard getting vulnerable. It's hard being real in front of 200 people. But, you know, at the end of the day, guys, like, it's hard to be real and to be vulnerable. But, you know, the world needs to hear your story. The world needs to know your story. And if you're holding that back because you're worried about what people think, then you got to have that breakthrough. But Kelly, just seeing her success, because one of my biggest struggles as a leader has always been, you know, really seeing so much in other people that they don't see in themselves, and like helping them get from point A to point B when you have a level of belief that's really high, and then the person you're talking to has a level of belief that's low. You know, it really hurts when you care. And for me, you know, what Hillary said was spot on. It's that you can't approach this business about, I have to message people. You've got to do this business from your heart. Your heart's got to really, really, really be there. And I feel like when your heart really is there and you really are attached to the mission and you really see the bigger purpose that we are serving in other people's lives, especially right now, then the no's don't hurt you. The quitters don't phase you. The haters don't define you. You develop so much strength and belief when your heart's really there. And that's why when people ask me how to do this business all the time, there's almost not an answer that you can give to that, because it's a feeling. It's something you have to feel, and it's a vision that you have to see. And for the past The first 5 or 6 months of our relationship, Kelly and I's relationship, because what's funny, you guys, is we were dating 3.5 years ago when I was also in a really bad spot, in a lot of debt, and she actually broke up with me. And she was the first person that ever tried Happy Coffee. The first person, because we were together and I got these samples in the mail and I said, Kelly, what do you think about this? And we dumped it in our coffee. And, it's just crazy how 3 years later, the universe has reconnected us. God has reconnected us back in each other's lives. And we both put a piece together of the puzzle to come together strong to serve other people. Because I couldn't be the man that I am without her. And, a lot of people, they look at us and they go, wow, it's just this incredible life and they're free and they do this business full time. But it took years of pain, years of discovery, years of confusion, years, even with me starting this journey at 18 years old, it's taken 6 years to be where I'm at 24. I didn't just start yesterday. It took years of making no money, years of having no belief, years of having to face the demons and the challenges and the things that are presented in your path that you have to break through if you want to lead people. And that's what people got to understand. You have to go through the challenges first before you can ever lead anyone else through those same challenges. And that's what's going to come on your journey in network marketing and in this industry. Is this isn't a business journey. This is a life journey. And I feel like when you really look at it like that and it shifts your perspective, you want to be on calls like this. You want to cheer other people on because you understand the law of reciprocity and how it comes back to you. And I know I'm getting a little sidetracked. It's just how I am. But Kelly, it took her 5 months of me being honestly an ass going, Kelly, how do you not see this?
He was
I mean,
total ass.
I had to
I'm glad he was.
I had to hit her over the head some days, not literally, but a lot of, Kelly, what in the world are you doing? Why do you not see this? You love helping people. This business is going under. You're in debt. Please see this. And she didn't. She didn't for, until June or July. And I said, Kelly, I'm taking you to Ricky's. I got to get you around the fire. I got to help you see this culture. And she went down once, and then we went down again for the Diamond event. And from the time of the Diamond event, where a lot of us were together, it was the most awesome experience, that of the 2020, to be honest, because that moment is what really reconnected me back to our vision. And when I got my heart back to the right place, that's when she started seeing this. I didn't say anything different. I didn't do anything different, but I felt something different. And you guys, this is a feeling thing. What do you really feel? Where is your belief? We have what we call an upper limit thermostat, right? And that thermostat is what we have set on what we believe is possible and what we believe we deserve. And you have to really get in tune with where is your thermostat set? Why is it set where it is? Is your thermostat set at a level where, you're thinking back about things subconsciously that happened 20 years ago, where you were told you would never amount to be anything, that you couldn't do it? Or maybe it was just something recent, like one of your best friends saying that it's not going to work, saying that you're crazy. Or a lot of times it's our family, you guys, it's our family that's causing us to not believe in ourselves. And you have to identify that, because that's where you're going to have those breakthrough moments. That's where you're going to really see what you're made of. You already all have it in you. And this is what I'm going to wrap it up with. You all have it in you to be whoever you want to be, to make it as far as you want to make it, to dream as big as you want to dream. And I think a lot of times it really takes training your brain to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because when you're uncomfortable, it's the only time that you can grow as a human being. You don't grow when you're comfortable. So those times you hear no, those times you go, oh, I don't want to get on the team call. You know, I don't want to follow up with that person because I feel like I'm hounding them. How many times have y'all said that to yourselves? I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to be salesy. Yeah, I don't want to reach out to this person because of what they think. Those are the times where you're shifting your mentality and you're raising your thermostat and you're becoming uncomfortable. And those are the times and the moments that you grow. So when you really fall in love, you know, you hear all the time, fall in love with the journey. That's what that means. It's falling in love with those moments where you're faced with having to do something that's outside your comfort zone a little bit, but you do it and you grow. And that's when you move to the next level and the next level and the next level. I think they said this in the beginning. I hadn't heard this in a long time. This is it. A rank advancement's a life advancement. And that's something that when you really understand that, you'll understand that it's the personal development that you will continue to do that will get you from silver to gold, that will get you from gold to platinum, that will get you from diamond to black diamond, like Hillary just accomplished, and to diamond, like Jerry and Kelly just accomplished. They didn't just get started. Kelly is, I'll be transparent, she's almost 10 years older than me. She's done more personal development than me, right? I'm just being real to cut to the chase here. She came into this with personal development. So guys, it takes time. It takes heart. It takes being uncomfortable. It takes plugging in. It takes falling and getting back up. It takes people quitting. It takes people hating on you. But when you have your blinders on and you know where you're going and you make that decision that nothing is going to stop you, you will have success, and you'll look back on it and go, wow, I really overcomplicated this entire thing. So love you guys. What an amazing call. And back to you, Chris.
So isn't it amazing as we listen to these stories and all that? And what's so funny is that there's some people that get on these calls and they're mad because it's not like training on what do I do? Well, guys, we have getting started trainings every Saturday morning. And the thing is the steps are so simple. It's so simple. You heard Gavin say, like, you know, what do I do? Well, it's about how you feel is how you're going to come across to people. Like, I could tell you step by step what to say, and it's really not going to matter. Even if you said those things, if you say them from the wrong place, it doesn't matter. It's not about what you say, but it's how you say it. My daughter's over here finishing my sentences for me. But guys, what's amazing is that my 14-year-old is sitting here, and as Hillary and Kelly were talking, it like was sitting right next to me, like glued to the screen. And then Gavin starts talking and she's like, I miss my big bro. It's about the family. And one of my mentors taught me when we got started in this industry, basically he said, it's really not about the product. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not about the product? He goes, it's about the culture and community that you have. Because if you build the right culture and community and something happened with the product, or the product changes, or you bring in different products or whatever, if you build that core, the culture and community, it really wouldn't matter what product you plug into that. And guys, we were building a company where we were selling freaking legal insurance. And we had an incredible culture and community based around that. But what I can tell you is that I've never seen a culture and community of what I see here within this company. Guys, and every single one of you all make that up. Every single one of you all are a part of that. You know, it's so great that people can share the things that they went through. And guys, if we had people jump on this call and tell you how great everything is and how it's so easy and all this other kind of stuff, guys, that is a bunch of crap. And it's not the truth. Because the truth is that many of us leaders, even some of the ones that you see on this call, we have these coaching calls with each other where we're keeping each other straight. when we start to go on our downturn or when we're going through our stuff. So guys, there was about a 2 or 3 week period where I felt like I was putting out energy and energy and energy to people, just pouring myself out, and to a point where it's like, and I tell everybody, and I say this almost every week, that I will never say things that I don't 100% believe are true based on a check. So I basically did a checkup for myself to make sure that all of the things that I'm saying are 100% true. Because in all honesty, when I pour energy out and don't recharge myself, I start to drag. I start to, oh my gosh, you know, and I start to have doubts or whatever it might be. And it was so funny that, you know, having these calls and all this stuff, I had called Garrett and reached out to him about just, I just wanted to get some coaching. And it took him a few days to call me back because I never said it was important. I said, hey, connect with me when you can. And I'd already talked to Mark and Judy and Brian and just kind of talked about stuff and just heard a perspective. And the funny part is I already knew all the answers. Already knew all the things. And then when I talked to Garrett, it was really like, yeah, I was calling you to talk to you about such and such. Yeah. And in fact, I was embarrassed to even share with them the things that I was thinking. I was embarrassed to basically just share that I was going through certain self-doubts or whatever. And then the thing is I already worked through the things. And you heard Gavin say that you already have every seed that you need. Guys, every single one of you all on this call. And it was so, I had this elaborate training I was going to go over tonight. Oh, it was going to be so good. And I had all these word pictures and all this stuff I was going to go into. And these guys knocked it out so much. And everything that they shared had so much value that I feel like if I shared anything else, one, your cup would be running over. You already heard more than what you could process with just, you know, those 4 incredible leaders that shared tonight, that anything else would just be too much. And the bottom line is, guys, that they said everything you need to know to have the right mindset. These calls are about getting your mind right. Because if your mind isn't right, it doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have the heart for what we're doing, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you say. Basically, it doesn't matter how you say it. But what I'm saying is that you have to have your heart in this and know that you're in the right place with the right team of people, with the right company, with the right message. And guys, anything is possible. So in closing, this last thing I want you to do. I want you to think about where you want to be this month. What rank do you want to be? You know, you heard Jerry talk about starting the month off right. Guys, every single one of you all, you either need to be celebrating the victories that you just had and consoling the defeats of the people that did not hit the ranks that they wanted to hit. And let them know that, hey, this is your month and it starts today. And guys, the best thing about it, you heard Hillary say that the only person you compare yourself is the person that you were yesterday. And every day you can get better and better and better. And you heard every single one of these people that talked tonight talk about the personal development and working on themselves and sharpening their axe, because that is something you can control. And if we attract who we are into the business, and you want better quality people in this company, then we have to become better quality people. It was funny, my wife, when I was going to make a joke earlier and say something, she said, don't say it. And she's like, you need to step up your game, is what she was telling me. And she's like, you know, you don't have to always get shock factor or whatever. But the bottom line is, guys, it's about us working on ourselves. And the thing is that it takes the rest of your life to fail. And the only way to fail is to quit. Love you guys. Everybody have a great night. Thank you all for sharing all the great value that you all added. I apologize for only getting half the call, but we do have at least half the call that will be posted. Guys, if you missed Jerry, or if you won't hear it on the recording, guys, on Wednesday morning, Jerry is going to be hosting the coffee chat. So you can hear Jerry and the insights that he's going to share. If you didn't catch, since we didn't catch the whole Hillary recording, guys, you can go watch the training that she did this morning on the Happy Coffee Chat. And where do you see that? At zoomreplay.com. zoomreplay.com. All the values there. These calls are put up there, and you can see, and you're going to be able to hear Jerry live on Wednesday morning, and you can hear Hillary on anything you missed, basically from this morning's call. With that being said, everybody have a great night. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Always
Thank you,
great.
Chris.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Night.
you.
Everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Gavin. Thanks,
Chris.
Chris.
Thank you.
Gavin, you're
Bye.
awesome.
Thanks,
Guys.
bye.
Thank you guys. Y'all are amazing. Thank